Welcome to my kitchen and the Born to Write a Cookbook YouTube channel. Today, in honor of fall, I'm going to be showing you how to make my pumpkin spice baked oatmeal recipe. Pumpkin spice is that flavor of fall. Most of the time when you're hearing about pumpkin spice, it's in a baked good or it's in some kind of a beverage, and a lot of times one of the key ingredients is a lot of sugar. If you're familiar with me, have watched any of the videos, you'll know that my cooking style is for good health, and typically I'm doing things that are a little bit better for you, actually a lot better for you, a little bit lighter in sugar, a lot of times gluten-free, a lot of times dairy-free, and this recipe is just that. It is gluten-free, it is dairy-free, and the sugars that I'm using in this recipe are not overly done. I think I'm gonna have a cat joining soon if we don't watch out, and it's a lot more economical than going out and buying this for yourself. So this recipe can be for breakfast, it could be for a snack. You can eat it right out of the oven. You can serve it cold. It's really up to you what you like best. So let's get started. As usual, we're using the big stainless steel bowl, but you can use any bowl that's in your kitchen and big enough. And I'm gonna start with the dry ingredients first. So baked oatmeal. We've got 2 cups of old-fashioned, not the quick cooking oats. Go ahead and dump those in. A 1/4 of a cup, I've already chopped them, of chopped walnuts. A 1/4 of a cup of raisins. You can use regular raisins or you can use golden raisins, whatever you like. They're kind of stuck in here, so I'm just gonna give it a good pour. So we're gonna do a 1/4 of a cup of that. And then we're gonna go to the other dry ingredients, which are baking powder, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves. And so you need measuring spoons. We've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. These are your pumpkin spice recipes and your pumpkin spice ingredients and quantities. Now you're gonna go to a 1/4 of a cup of ground nutmeg. Whoops. A 1/4 of a teaspoon, not a 1/4 of a cup. I don't know why I always do that kind of thing, but you gotta watch me. A 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And then the ginger and the cloves, those are the little bit stronger ingredients here, so we're doing an 1/8 of a teaspoon of those. And then the last thing we're gonna do is a pinch of kosher salt. Where is the kosher? Here it is. And that's it for the dry ingredients. So I'm just gonna give them a good little stir, get that baking powder stirred in there, get everything kind of spread out. Then the next thing we're gonna do is snap at the cat, because he is playing with my cord. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and mix up our wet ingredients. So we've got a plant-based milk. I like almond milk, but you can use soy, you can use oat, whatever you like. And we're gonna do 1½ cups of that. All right, 1 egg. You see I'm mixing these all in together, and I've got a small whisk that I'm gonna whisk everything together. I'm gonna go ahead and get that incorporated. And then my other wet ingredients are coconut oil. It's one of the healthier oils, and it also will give this a nice little extra, just a teeny tiny bit of coconut, which is a great flavor in here. And then I've got 2 types of sweetener here. I've got blackstrap molasses, which I love because it's high in iron, it's high in calcium, and then pure maple syrup, which is also a good, a little bit, well, I don't know if I would say lower glycemic, but a healthier type of a sweetener than your granulated sugar or your brown sugar, which is what you would normally see in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure in my oil. I think I skimped a little bit on that last bit there. All right, got that. 2 tablespoons of the molasses. Two tablespoons of the maple syrup. And last but not least, it would not be pumpkin spice without the pumpkin puree. So this is just plain pumpkin puree, nothing added to it. And you don't have to get, this is a less expensive brand than the one most people think of. In fact, it was about half the price, but the ingredient was exactly the same. All you should be seeing in your ingredients is pumpkin. That's it. All right, so I'm gonna mix this together, being a little careful because this is a very full measuring spoon, measuring cup, 2 cups. And I'm gonna add it right into my mixture of the dry ingredients. I'm always gonna be using a spatula to get every last drop of goodness, because we don't want to leave any of this blackstrap molasses behind and all the wonderful nutrients that it's going to provide to us. And then mix it together. Super duper simple. Anybody can do it. All right, and then we're going to, I've already preheated my oven to 375 degrees. It is just waiting for this. I've got an 8x8 glass baking dish. I've got nonstick spray. Give that a good spray up on the sides. And then pour it in. Again, I'm gonna get my spatula and get every little bit of oats, because there's no reason to leave any of these wonderful ingredients behind. All right. Put it in the oven, set the timer for 25 minutes, and then we'll be good to give it a try. It's been 25 minutes. The baked overnight oats are, actually they're not overnight oats, they're just baked. The baked pumpkin spice oatmeal is out of the oven. I've got a toothpick here just to double check and make sure that it's completely cooked. It is. Nothing showing on the toothpick, so that means it's cooked all the way through. And then I have a knife. So I'm gonna show you, this is not anything complicated, the serving sizes. So you can do, this is your main breakfast, and if that's what you're gonna do, you're just gonna cut it into fourths. That is a little over 300 calories. It's got 8 grams of protein. It's got a fourth of your day's calcium and potassium, iron, and what else? There's one other ingredient. Potassium, vitamin D. So it's got some really great things going on here, largely because of your pumpkin, your oats, and that wonderful blackstrap molasses. If you're gonna cut this for snacks, this would be little 150 calorie snacks. I'll just go ahead and cut it into another fourth here, so you're looking at 8 servings for your snack. Your kitchen, your house is gonna smell incredible. This is just so good. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little taste right now. Here's a little piece that came off, but my husband likes this chilled, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover it, put it in the refrigerator but for now, I'm gonna give it a taste. It's so good. I'm so glad it's fall. I'm so glad I've made this pumpkin spice baked oatmeal. I hope you give it a try. I hope you learned something. I hope you come back to see me. So stay tuned. See you soon.